Hello, hello, hello. Nobody's in here, and that's okay. I don't expect a lot of people to join me today, but I am live here in my farmhouse kitchen because I am tackling the beast behind me. We'll wait and see if anybody joins me. Once I really get started in tackling this refrigerator, I'm not going to be able to reply to any comments. I might sit down on occasion and chit chat a little bit and visit, but I'm dedicating the next, I don't know how many hours, at least 2 hours that StreamYard will let me stream, to organizing my refrigerator. Now, I don't know about you guys. Hello, I see we've got some people coming in. I don't know about you, but after the Thanksgiving holiday, doesn't your refrigerator just become an absolute nightmare? Hello, Marilyn Jones from Tennessee. Welcome in. You're here in my 1902 farmhouse kitchen, and I was just saying that after Thanksgiving, everybody's refrigerator seems to turn into this game of Jenga where you're having to shove this in and pull that out and things fall around. And I'll tell you what, my refrigerator has been so bad lately. I'm losing food. Matter of fact, I've got something right here. Look, I'll show you, Marilyn. These are carrots that I purchased just last week for my husband and I to snack on. Hard as a rock. There is no circulation in my refrigerator because I've got so much stuff in there, the air isn't circulating. So what I'm doing is I went to Dollar Tree today and I purchased some of these bins, and I'm going to be, I've already taken everything out. So if you can see here, I mean, I've got all of the food out on the countertop. I've taken everything out of the fridge, and I bought these bins, and I'm trying to take the labels off right now on these bins because I have a very dear friend in Tennessee who every time I put a video up, she's like, oh my gosh, you still have the label on that. It drives her absolutely insane. So I'm going to try to take the bins off. But I did get this at Dollar Tree / Dollar Family Dollar. I'm not sure how to say it. I want to try to get something to get the sticky off because once I put these in the fridge, I do want them to be nice. But I got this size here. And what I really liked about it, it was nice and sturdy. It's got handles and it has this little dip in the front. So I can put things in the fridge and I can pull it out and retrieve it easily. So I got 7 of these. And then as I dip down here, I got 7 of these as well. These are solid all the way across the top, but they have the handles again. They're nice and high. And I don't know what I'm going to put in these yet. Condiments, who knows what. And then out of reach, I agree. I hate labels on stuff too. I know I've got Goo Gone. I just don't know if I could reach it with, look, I'm just going to throw trash. I don't know if I can reach my Goo Gone until I take a break here. But as I said, I've pulled everything out of the fridge and I'm running a little, it's not a contest, but it's kind of like a game. I pulled out a bunch of these. This is whipped cream cheese. And if you have not tried this whipped cream cheese on those tiny little sweet peppers that you get in the produce department, you cut the pepper in half, scoop the seeds out. You put in a little bit of this whipped cream cheese and then sprinkle it with everything bagel seasoning. It is delicious. And I've been on a weight loss journey, so I've been snacking on those. And I forget if I have this in here. So when I go to the store, I buy another one, sometimes 2. And these slowly but surely get shoved to the back of the fridge. And I pulled out more than 1. I pulled out more than 2. I pulled out more than 3. So I'm kind of having like a little game to see if everybody can guess how many whipped cream cheese tubs I pulled out of my fridge. If they're already opened, I'll marry them together so I can eliminate one of the containers. I mean, this one hasn't even been opened. And true confession, when I went to the store today after I worked out, I almost bought another one. I have a problem. I really have a problem, but this is so good. And I can have it on my eating plan. So I'm sitting now, but I'm going to stand up and turn around. I'm in the stage right now where I've wiped everything out. And I'm going to get in here with some cleaner. And don't everybody come hating on me in the comments. I'm not using my homemade cleaner with, the vinegar and everything. I've actually got a big old spray thing because I'm in that mood today. So I'm going to try to get back to actually wiping out the refrigerator. And then I even pulled all of the shelves out. All of the shelves are out. It is bare bones back there. I'm going to clean all the shelves, and I'm going to reconfigure how I put the shelves. The shelves were not working for me. I love this refrigerator, by the way. My husband bought this for me after I went through a cancer diagnosis and I was on chemo. And I had the refrigerator that had the freezer on the top and the fridge on the bottom. And down at the very bottom, the shelves, I couldn't reach them because I had major abdominal surgery. And I just really had a hard time stooping getting down into those shelves. So he bought me a brand new fridge where everything's on the top. And I've got that freezer that pulls out on the bottom. And I love it. But now I can't reach the shelves on the top for the new fridge. So I find that my top two shelves, everything just migrates to the back. And that's where everything in the refrigerator goes to either die or turn into a science experiment. And I pulled everything out today. And I'm going to use these little bins that I got. I'm going to remove the labels. And I'm even going to get my label maker out. I don't know how much I'm going to get done during the live today, but I'll get my label maker out and I'll have everything labeled for, salad dressings or lunch meats and cheeses or my little pudding and jello snacks, whatever. And I'm just going to have it labeled so it'll be a little bit more organized so that I won't have to guess what I have. Of course, I'll have one for dairy that will just be for my cheeses and my whipped cream cheese. So that's what I'm doing today. I actually started videotaping this. Like I said, everything's already cleared out. And it's here on the counter. It's here on the counter. It's over there on the counter. And I'm not kidding. I even have 2 laundry baskets that are full of food that I have to go through. And here are the rules that I'm going to have for putting my food back into the fridge. If it's been in the fridge for 6 months and I haven't touched it, it's going out. If it's in the fridge and it's something that I really shouldn't have on my eating plan, it's going out. If it's a beer that's been in the bottom of my fridge for a year and a half and it's wintertime now and nobody's going to be drinking beer, it's going out. Now, don't worry about food waste because as long as it's not moldy or rotten, it's going in a big, huge Tupperware bowl that I have. And that's all going to go out to my chickens and my little potbelly pig, and they will love all of it. They're going to eat it all. But I'm going to try to find a way where I can position the camera just right. And I'm just going to clean. And if you want to pop in and say hello, I'll try to check in every once in a while and say hi. And I'm just going to, I know people love watching things like this. So I just thought I would go and bring you guys along. So I'm going to move my bins so that I don't trip over them. And I will be removing all of the labels off of these in a minute. But right now I'm going to clean. And I've got a lot of cleaning to do in this fridge. And then if there's anybody still here when I'm getting ready to put the shelves back in, maybe you guys can help me figure out what shelves need to go where. Help me figure out how to configure this big monster behind me so that it best suits me. So let me move this chair and let me open this up and let's get started cleaning. Okay, here it is. Like I said, I've got it all cleaned out. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll bring the camera over here so that the angle is right. Pardon my reach, everybody. And pardon my terrible hair. I went and worked out this morning. How's that? Look at that. So I've got my little veggie scrubby brush and I've got some bar towels and I've started cleaning. I'm telling you, I took everything out of here. And I'm just going to start wiping things down and cleaning. And then I'll start putting things back in. Now, obviously, down here at the bottom, I'll have to put that deli tray back here at the bottom, the one that always goes there. I can't change it up. But you know what? With this live today, y'all gonna see my reach. And it's going to be clumsy, but you know what? This is real life. Don't we all go through things like this? And it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so nice when you get done. and you feel like you've accomplished something good. Now see, even without anything in here, I'm having trouble just reaching the very bottom. This is such a big, deep refrigerator. I have trouble reaching. I don't know if I'm going to get it all clean or if the stuff in the very, very back might just have to stay. I don't know. Whew. I've got the Christmas music going in the background. And I just figured this was something I needed to tackle today. I can't get that very, very, very far, far back reaches of the fridge. This is going to have to do for now. Let's get this sidewall over here. This is going to be so satisfying when it's done. Marilyn, are you still in the chat? I'm wondering how close were you to those tornadoes that hit on Saturday? I've got a friend she wasn't terribly close, but her daughter was closer than she was. And we were watching on TV, watching to see if everybody was safe. Grandma grows hard in the garden. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon, isn't it? My day's already gotten away from me. Hello. Thank you for joining in. I'm just cleaning out this monster of a fridge because after the holidays, it got away from me. And everything was starting to freeze because there was no airflow. So I shared earlier that I got some bins. I'm going to get my label maker. I'm going to put everything back in here organized and neat. And then we'll see if I can keep it from happening again at Christmas time. Saying hello to everybody in the chat. Oh, how's the view? Oh my God, that must be awful. My big fat butt. Oh my God, you can see my big fat butt. Okay. I got something up here. I don't even know what this is. Something, gravy, stuffing. You can't see it on the camera. I'm glad. I'm already out of breath. If this is not a workout, I don't know what is. I was thinking of a label maker. Yes, I'm going to be bringing out my label maker. And let me see here, Grandma, 1 second. I'm going to move you around. Let me show you what I got. I already showed our other guest, Marilyn. But I'll show you what I got here. Whew, I am out of breath. I went to Dollar Tree and I got these great containers. And I'm going to use my label maker. And I will, of course, I'm going to take off the labels. Grandma and I, or Marilyn and I already discussed that. Take the labels off because it is a, do these stack? I wonder if I turn them the other way, do they stack? They do not. They do not stack. But I got this size here. I'll get my label maker out. I'll put labels on them. Now my fridge is going to beep, so I'm going to have to shut it, tell it to shut up. And then I got these containers here. So I will be filling these up with all of the stuff from inside the fridge. And hopefully it will be more organized. All right, real quick, I'm going to shut the fridge so it'll shut up. Actually, if it keeps going long enough, I think it will eventually turn off. I'm going to go grab this bin down here, wipe it out real quick, and throw it in. Everybody say hello and play nice. Okay. Now, the trick is to get this back into the fridge without breaking anything. What do you keep in the very bottom bin of your fridge? Comment below and let me know what you keep in there. Oh Lord, am I going to get this in? Everybody cross your fingers. Send me good juju. Oh, let me shove this. I don't know if I need to have these little drawers out, these little pools. Let's pull the pools out. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, it says it's the deli drawer. What do you guys keep in your bottom drawer? I have been keeping my batteries and my tortillas and some other things down in there. Oh, look, look, look. Are we going to get it? Oh, good. It shut up finally. Okay. I have to get this one. Who knew this was going to be such a struggle? The struggle bus. If I lift this, you would think it would just fit right in there. Obviously, a man designed this because they made it so it's almost nearly impossible to work. Okay, let's take this back out. I promise y'all, I'm not stupid. This is making me feel stupid. Let's push that back in. Maybe that'll help. All right, let's try this again. I might have to save the bottom bin when my husband comes home. He's so much better at putting these kind of things together than I am. Oh, Lord. I need 6 more hands. It's like it just wants to just not fit in there. Oh, my God. I might have to move on. Get in there. You guys ever struggled this much with a fridge before? Okay, this one's going out. I'm going to have to put it in last. At least it's wiped out, but oh my goodness, what a nightmare. I hate to even think of what's going to happen next. When I try to put the next 2 bins right here, I'll put those in next. I say next like I was successful putting the first ones in. That didn't happen. I might just give up, grab one of those beers. You put fruits in your bottom bins. Nothing's going in the bottom bin right now, Grandma. All right, let me go get one of the ones that fit where you put like your veggies and stuff. Let me see if I can grab one of those. Now, truthfully, other than cleaning underneath this very, very bottom, I don't even know why I bothered taking all these out. And I hate that this feels like such a wasted shelf right here because these sit right on it. But if I put them up any higher, then I don't know that there's room for anything else. But it just feels like it's a wasted space. I wonder if I can put one here. No, I don't know that I can. And then I was going to think about maybe putting the other one up above it. I don't know. It's so hard to know how to put your fridge together so it works best for you. That's kind of one of my goals today is to try to reconfigure this whole thing so that it fits more appropriate for me because I'm short and I can't reach these upper shelves real well. So I struggle really, really bad. All right, let's see what I can do here with this. If I... I don't like it there. I want it there. Oh, this is a lesson in humility, I'm telling you. And this is with me working out at the gym. As much as I don't like having a gap, well, piss. Oh, Grandma, I said P word. I said the P word. Let me try this side first, maybe. I'm exhausted. Are you guys tired yet? I swear I had good intentions when I started this today. Is that going to do it? Oh, hallelujah. I got it done. I got it done. There's one. See, I don't like this gap right here. Can you see that gap? I don't like that gap. But I can't seem to go down any lower. It's just going to have to be right there. So I'm going to clean this up in a minute. I'm going to go get the second one and put it in here. And then I'm going to check my bins. I'm going to see if I can get some of those bins that I got to fit in here. And that way I can segregate my fruits, my vegetables, maybe some cheeses. I'm not sure. Let me go grab the other one. Oh, I'll tell you what. This is real to life right now. Nothing staged, nothing edited, nothing looking all pretty and Instagram ready. This is real life. This is the real life struggle of cleaning out a fridge. All right, I'm going to move the camera over just a wee little bit here. And now see if I can get this one to go in. I don't know if I can. I don't even know how I got them out. Don't tell me it was that easy. Did I get it on the first try? Really? First try. I got it on the first try that time. I think. Does it look good back there? Look at that. I got that one on the first try. Hot dog. Now all I have to do is just clean these up a little bit. And then we'll see if our new containers go in there okay. Now, like I said earlier, don't come at me because I'm using a store-bought cleaner instead of a homemade vinegar cleaner like I normally would. I didn't buy any vinegar. I used up all my vinegar for my pickles this year. Now, those will be, the ones that are open, those will be going back in here. Those are not going in the trash. Now, why doesn't this want to, this doesn't want to glide nice. Okay. I feel like a break is in order. I told you I was going to throw away those beers. I feel like maybe I need to grab one. All right, so fruits and veggies are going down in these bottom bins, and I think I'll do my delis, my cheeses. And now see, I've got a rotator cuff problem. That just hurts, darn it. That hurts reaching back there. But I do have a little weapon in my arsenal too. Got me a little veggie brush. I'm going to clean all these little crooks and nannies. Get these all cleaned up because those tend to get crusty. I'm going to clean those up a little bit. You know, by the time I'm done, my refrigerator is going to look so good. I think I'm going to ask Papa, my husband, to take me out to dinner because I'm not going to want to cook after I get done with this. Okay. If you've got other things to do and you can't stay, I understand. Head on out and we'll catch you next time on the channel. If you say hello, I'll try to catch you and say hi back. And we'll just see how well this little refrigerator comes along. It does. It happens. It happens, Grandma. May not be the prettiest looking fridge when I get done, but it'll smell good. I'll tell you that. Okay. Now, I tried earlier to take these bins out so I could rinse them and clean them, and they just didn't want to budge. So I'm going to have to do my best to reach in with my bad shoulders and just wipe these down as best as I can. Now, before, when I emptied this out, I had paper towels down here to try to help with keeping the bottoms clean. And that didn't necessarily work for me. May work for some, didn't work for me this go around. So I've taken out, I'm not going to put the paper towels back in. But this one's almost ready to see if we can put one of our brand new bins in here and see how that's going to look. I did not measure anything before I ran into the store. I have no idea how many are going to fit, what's going to fit where, if any of it's going to work. But I kept my receipt, and whatever doesn't work for the fridge, I'll take back to Dollar Tree. But I'm hoping that some of these bins will work in here. All right. All clean and pretty. That first bin's ready to go. Now I'm going to have to, maybe in between lives, I'll have to go into the office, my home office, and get my label maker and put together some labels. But let me grab our first bin. And I'm looking for my goof off. All right, so I've got my first bin here. I've got my Goo Gone. And let's see if we can clean up where I took off the first label. Actually, this one doesn't look too bad. I don't know that I need to take much off with this one. This one actually looks pretty good. But we'll remove any residue. All right, let's see. Is this going to fit in this compartment? I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping it will. Ah! I mean, it'll fit. For pity's sake. I was really crossing my fingers on this. It won't fit. Now, these will fit here. Let's see if maybe my other one will fit in there. And I don't necessarily need to have more bins in here, but I was hoping one of them would fit. Now, this bin definitely needs the goof off. This one, I've got a place where the sticker was. It's a mess. Now, these I know will definitely fit down there. They've got to, right? Something's got to fit. I spent all this money. Looky there. Now, the trick is am I going to be able to get two of them in there? If I can get two bins in here to separate the cheeses and the lunch meats and the different veggies and slide them forward as I need them, that would be awesome. I might just have one in the back and then just stuff in the front. Let's see if I can get a second one to fit in there. Now, I bought all of the bins that my Dollar Tree had. So I am hoping I have enough, and I'm going to try to take this label off again. And for some reason, they just don't want to come off nice. They leave all of the crud. So when you come in and watch this, leave in the chat, let me know, how many times a year do you clean your refrigerator? Let me know in the comments, like a good, thorough cleaning. Now, I did a good semi-thorough cleaning several months ago, but I I mean, it's kind of obvious by watching me struggle. This is the first time since I've had this fridge that I have taken it completely apart and tried to clean it from top to bottom here. Now, unfortunately, I just got back from the store, so these labels are going to be a booger. I don't know if I put the goof off on first. Will that help? Let me know in the comments. If I put the goof off on here, will these come off easier? Let's see. Not particularly, huh? I mean, it's taken off the residual that's already there. Let's go ahead and skip this. I can come back later, and let's just see if they even fit. Can I get 2 bins in here? For Pete's sake. That's going to be a no. So 1 bin will go over here. 1 bin is here. And like I said, I think I can separate things here and then put some things in the front. So that is that. All of that time wasted for nothing. All right, let's move on to this one here. We'll see about cleaning out this bin. And I'm actually going to let this little bin that I bought, I'm going to let it soak with the goof off and see if we can get that label to come off. Of course, it's going to get all over the place, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, let's move on to this one. I have no idea where to even set these little deals here. I'm going to put them both on low because my stuff has been freezing lately. Let's go ahead and we'll spray this down again and get all of these little goopers out of the bottom here. Now I'm wondering, since I couldn't get 2 in this container here, I'm thinking about maybe taking one of my placemats. I don't know if I want to take one of my placemats from Dollar Tree and put it on the bottom or just leave it. I might just leave it. Let's see. All right. Let's work now on this refrigerator door. If you're watching this on a replay, if you've stuck around with this cluster this long, comment below. Let me know you're here for the live or the replay. Let me know. And then answer the question, how many times a year do you do a deep clean on your fridge like this? This one is a disaster right now. And I was having so much trouble that all of my foods were freezing because there was no airflow. So right now we've gotten to the point where I've finally been able to get these veggie bins back in. I struggled with the deli bin. I cannot get it in. I'm going to have to wait for my hubby to get home and he can rustle it in there because I've done mucked that up. I cannot get it back in to save my life. Hi, Alicia, listening while I work. Hello, Mountain Grandma. Hello. I'm cleaning out. I had Jenga going on here in my fridge. And I had so much food crammed in there after the holidays that all of my stuff was freezing. All of my veggies were freezing. All of my dairy was freezing because I don't have good airflow. So I just wanted to clean out my fridge today. I went to Dollar Tree and I got some really nice little containers. You can see them right here. I got me some really nice, Sterilite containers. And I'm going to try to do an organization system. That needs to be part of your 7 F's there, Mountain Grandma, is food. How to best take care of your food. Because I don't want to say I've lost food lately because the things that have frozen that are kind of a loss as far as freshness goes, I've put them down into the freezer and they've gone into my batch of veggies that I'm going to use for my veggie broth that I make every year or, twice a year. So I do a big old batch of veggie broth and I can it. So it didn't go to waste, but when we want to pull out some nice fresh baby carrots, and snack on them and they're frozen rock solid, it is a little disappointing. So, okay, that bin's cleaned out. Let me just clean this glass right here a little bit. So, Mountain Grandma, how many times a year do you clean out your fridge? Like a deep cleaning, like a serious, I'm going to get in there, take everything out, get rid of what we haven't really used in the last 6 months, and then put it all back together. How many times a year do you do that there at your home, at your homestead? Now, I've got some goof off on this bin. I've been trying to remove this label. It has just been stubborn. I've not been able to get it off. And I do want to remove my stickers because I was sharing with Marilyn earlier, who was in the chat. I said, I've got a friend down in Tennessee, and she watches my videos, and she'll write to me and say, oh, gosh, I just couldn't stand it. There was still a label on that bowl. And so I want to make sure, actually, though, I probably shouldn't take all the labels off till I know what's going to fit. Who knows what's going to fit in this fridge? And then I've got a bunch of extra stuff I don't need. But so far, I've got one of these to go into our first bin, and that way I can kind of separate the veggies. I can put some of the maybe more long-term veggies in the back, things that are going to last a little bit. And then the stuff that I need to use up right away, like mushrooms, put those more towards the front, because I swear, every time I get Papa Jim some mushrooms for his salads, they're slimy by the next day. I don't understand. Well, and part of it is they do get crammed to the back. Maybe it's not the next day. Maybe they've been in there 2 or 3 days. I don't know, because my fridge has just been so packed. And I'll be doing a follow-up video on this where I actually cut down the process and show the steps that I took to get this all cleaned up and cleared out and made right, so it's not like a big old jungle gym in there. I tell you, I'm out of breath. I don't know why this one seems like it's got glue on the inside. What happened there? It does. This one has glue on the inside. See if we can get the goof off to take it off. Oh, that took it off right away. I could feel that. So I got these at Dollar Tree. They were $3 a piece. What I don't like about my local Dollar Tree is they combined the Dollar Tree with Family Dollar. And so, it was bad enough that Dollar Tree went up to $1.25. But now they've got stuff in there for $5, $6, $7, $10. All right, so this one's going to go into this one here. And I'm going to slide it all the way to the back. And then when I start putting all of my goodies in here, I have 2 containers that can contain some of the maybe deli meats or cheeses or veggies or fruits. I can separate them. I can open this up. And if there's not too much here in the front, I can move it and I can slide this forward and go through what I need. And I just got to cut just a little bit of separation there. Now in a bit, I'm going to go get my label maker so I can label the bins to know what they are. Even though, I'm not a dummy, I can look at them and see what they are. But sometimes it's just kind of fun to play with a label maker. And I admit it's one of my things that I love to do is to play with the label maker and label everything that doesn't need to be labeled. I've got stuff around the house that's very obvious what it is, but I'll still label it. Now, when I took this fridge apart, I had placemats from Dollar Tree across the top here on my surfaces so that if anything spilled, it would be easy to clean. Well, I got to tell you, when I took them out, they were all stuck. They made a bunch of noise. They did not peel up nicely. So I'm not sure I'm going to put them back in. I think it's just another thing to have to declutter later. And I did not have the strength, Lord help me, to get this bin back in down here. I could not do it to save my life. So who else do we have? Pre-handly made Denise, Niecy, hello. I did clean mine twice a year and do a quick wipe down once a month. Watching people clean is motivating. Well, that's my hope. And that's how I feel too let me just go grab my chair. I'm going to sit down and chat with you guys for a minute and catch my breath. Give me 1 second. I have to walk all the way around the kitchen island to come to the other side here. And let's just see now if I could spend a little time with my friends real quick without killing myself trying to get to you. And I'm going to close that, spin you guys around, and say hello. Hi, everybody. So wish I had a Dollar Tree or Dollar General here, but we don't. The labels are hard to get off, and then you have a sticky residue. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't just peel. They were the hardest things to get off, but I soaked that when it came off finally. But I do want to share with you, bring you in over here a little bit, something that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And, you know, my nearest Dollar Tree up until just about a month ago was about 15 miles round trip. Not round trip, 15 miles down, 15 miles back. And I go in there every once in a while, but we just opened this one. I don't like the combined concept of it. I don't like that they've put it all together. But I want to show you what I did get. Now, I bought all of my containers for my fridge rehab here. And the lady said, oh, did you see the egg containers? And I said, no, I didn't see the egg containers. And she took me and showed me, look at these cute little egg containers. They hold 16 eggs. 16, why? Why? When things come in a dozen or 18, why did they make them 16? It's almost like those stinking little hot dogs. You know, hot dogs, you get 10 hot dogs in a pack, and then you only get 8 buns. You're forced to get a second set of buns, right? So I'm going to be really careful and try not to ruin the packaging on this, just in case I need to take it back. But I did get 2 of these. Good Lord, I'm struggling today, I tell you. I did get 2 of these because I did like that they are nice and sturdy. The lids come right off. You can put your little eggies in there. And I thought I got 2 because I can do one for the eggs and then one for, you know, maybe like hard-boiled eggs. So I'm going to be configuring my fridge to best handle a stack of 2 and then not have any wasted space above them, and then figure out how I'm going to do things to either the right or the left of them. At the very beginning, even before I went live, I took everything out of the fridge, and I'm really trying to figure out the best way to set it up that will work for me, because being a shorty, I can only reach so far on the top 2 levels of the fridge. Everything gets shoved to the back. That's where it goes to die or turn into a science experiment. So I'm really trying to find a way that's going to level it out and be good. But I did want to share with you that I did get these. Once I bought them, though, I got to be honest with you, I am a little disappointed. Now, they're good quality, though. These are nice and solid. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, look, and they got little rubber feet on the bottom so they don't slide. I like that. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't go onto like Etsy or one of the other homesteads and actually buy the little ones that'll say, like, you know, Country Mama and Musings butt nuggets, which really they're not my butt nuggets. They're my chicken's butt nuggets. But or Thompson Farms butt nuggets, or my chicken's poop breakfast. Those really cute ones. I'm really a little disappointed in myself that I did not support another homesteader and see about buying those. But I needed them today. So I bought 2 of these little egg holders for today to put in the fridge. So having said that, I think that's enough of a break. I'm going to go back around. I'll spin the camera around, and let's see if we can get our next 2. I'm thinking if I should take more labels off. No, I need to get back to work. I'm going to start working on the next level and figure out where my shelves are going to go. So when I turn the camera back around, if you're still with me, tell me, how do you have your fridge set up? How do you have your shelving done? How do you have it so you have a place to put your milk and your jars and your condiments and stuff like that? I really want this to be organized, and every little tip helps. So And having said that, because Nisi and Mountain Grandma, you're the most two recent that have come in. Earlier when I was cleaning out the fridge, I shared that I was taking out not one, not two, not three, but several little tubs of whipped cream cheese. I'm wanting everybody to guess how many tubs of cream cheese did I pull out of my fridge. There were more than 3. And that's my problem, is I can't see because the shelves are so high and stuff gets shoved to the back, and then I buy more of something I already have. And then I end up with so much, and then it ends up being wasted. So how many, put in the comments, how many tubs? I'm not going to tell how many until I actually get the whole refrigerator put back together, and I'm actually going to do an actual video as opposed to a live with the end product to show everything, and I'll have all of my little bins labeled because then I'll know what's going to go where. But how many do you think I pulled out of this poor little fridge? Make sure you comment and let me know. All right, I'm going to go back around the island here in the kitchen, and we're going to see about getting our next shelf put in. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 shelves to put in, and I have to figure out how to configure them so that it best works for me. So let's go take care of that. All right, I'm going to turn my camera around. I'm going to shut my fridge real quick so I can bring my camera back. We'll open this back up. Look at all of my refrigerator magnets. This is from our trip that we took last year. Those are all the states. We did 8 states in 14 days. And I think we put on about 2,400 miles on that trip. Okay. So here's the inside of the fridge. It's starting to come back together. I've got to figure out now where to put my next set of shelves. Now I've got a half shelf that I normally have right here, and then a half shelf, and then a little shelf here. And I just found out today that that little half shelf, it actually folds up. So if you have something tall, it will fold up. And so I'm wondering where, now it looks like the way this is designed, I have to have it this direction. I have to have this open. I don't have as many little hooky dooky things there to work like I'd like to have. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my half shelf with my flip up shelf here. And then I'll do just a half shelf up there. And if I need to flip up that shelf here or do something tall, I can do it right here. So I'm going to go get the half shelf and then the other little shelf. And I don't know, I might have to change it up. But if you're here and you're watching, hang on. Things about to get ugly because I have a really hard time getting these shelves put back in. It was not pretty when I tried putting this bin in down here. I did not get it in. I'm going to have to wait for my hubby to come home to get that in for me. All right, so I'm getting this little half flip up shelf first. I don't know if it needs to go in first or if the half shelf that goes with it needs to go in first. But look, it flips open. So if I have something tall in the fridge, this can flip up. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to put it as low as I can get it, right? Oh, Lord. I'm telling you, it is a struggle. Right there, maybe? And then right there. And then if I've got something really tall to put right here, can I flip it up? Look at that. I can flip it up if I've got something tall like a bottle of wine or something. But my thought is, if I put it here, gosh, I'm hoping now this other one that goes in, it should stabilize this a little bit. I'm hoping I can just put my dairy creamers and my half and half, because we are to the stage in our lives right now. I don't buy a gallon of milk, but I don't know if it needs the stability here. I don't know. And I don't know why it's got things here on the side to hook onto something. Now this was way up here before, and then I couldn't reach anything. So let me go grab the other one that's going to go right here, and let me see if I can get that put in without a bunch of issue, because it's a struggle, I'm telling you. Let me go grab it and see what we got. Now hang on one second. Oh goodness. I got a hairball. I'm gonna see, I want to make sure that my creamers fit on this shelf, and they do. Got something here. They all fit. So I like that they fit. Now the question is do I bring it up a little bit and give it some height, and those just fit there? And then I have room for bins under here. See, I don't know what this is right here. Now I had it set up before where everything just kind of slid in right here. But like I said, when I get too much on these two shelves, then I can't reach anything. It's a struggle. So what have I got going on here? So the last comment we have is Niecy does wish that she had a Dollar Tree. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. I just don't know if I should move that up. Let me go get the other one. Let me go get the other shelf and see what we've got. Now, see, I lied. I said I only had 2 full shelves and 1 half shelf. I don't. I've got 3 full shelves. My son's here. He's out on his motorcycle having fun. I think I might have to move it back up there, gosh darn it. I might have to put it back up on the top again. But I think if I can make this so that I've got... Okay, now I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm going to set this down. Hopefully it's not going to slide out and break. I'm going to clean this off real quick. I got to get my cleaner and clean this off. And my Frigidator is going to sing to everybody. And I'm going to move this back over here so you guys don't have my tuchus in your face. Because nobody wants a big fat tuchus in their face. Let's see if I can clean this off before I put it up there. You know, the one thing about doing this live today is this is real time. This is real struggle. It's not edited so that people think, oh, I'll just go in there and I'll get my refrigerator all cleaned up in 5 minutes and it's going to look beautiful and lovely and all organized, because that's what I saw that lady do on YouTube. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work. It really, truly is. And I know it wasn't too long ago that maybe this summer, so 6 months ago, that I cleaned all this out. Not a deep, thorough cleaning, mind you, but I did clean it a few months ago. But I'm really wanting to configure it so it's easier for me. And I so dislike that I can't reach these upper shelves. But I'm hoping with these bins that I bought, I'll be able to reach them. So now let's get this put in. Oh. Let's see if I can get it. And I'm going to put it about, I'm going to try it right about there. And again, now see, I can't reach. I can't reach all the way back. That's part of my problem, but that's hopefully where these bins are going to help. So I'm going to steal this bin. I want to make sure I've got enough room here so that these bins will slide underneath the filter. And I can I get 2 bins on one shelf? I think I can. I think I can get 2 bins on one shelf. And that way, if I'm needing a condiment or a sauce, let me bring you up here. If I need a condiment or a sauce or something, I can take 1 bin down And hopefully I won't have it loaded too heavy. And then I can reach the other bin and slide it forward, and I can get what I need. So the stuff that I don't use very often, I'll put in the very back bin. And then, or, now I can't get two to fit side by side. That's not going to work. But I can get one bin sideways, and I can get one of these alongside of it. So I can do that. Can you guys see that? I can have this bin and one of the taller bins. So I have a lot of different configurations I can do with these bins in an attempt to organize my fridge a little better. So if I put this up here, I've still got to find a place to put two shelves. And I'm really hoping I can have a layer of bins on each shelf. Now these are different sizes, so I'm going to have to make sure that A, they're going to be able to slide in and out, and that I don't leave myself with not enough room where I need it. So what am I going to do next? I'm not sure if I leave this here or if I slide it up a little bit to give myself more room. Let's go up one notch right there. And then this will still fit on the outside. And this one can still fit, oh, barely on the inside. There we go. I've got two bins here on that shelf. That will work. So now somehow this is going to fit up in here, and it will be supported by this bin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down. Oh my goodness, I'm getting an upper body workout today, guys, because I don't know if you saw earlier, but this flips up, which makes it an incredible beast to try to take out. It just is so difficult to get it to unhook. Oh. Oh, Lord, help me. Okay, there we go. So I got that one out. I'm going to clean it real quick. Then I'm going to see if I can get it up in here. I don't know. You know, they say that the road to HE double hockey sticks is paved with good intentions. I had good intentions today of just having a beautiful non-struggle bus moment cleaning up this fridge. And I tell you, it's been nothing but struggle ever since I started. I'm sweating. My throat's parched. Oh, I'm breaking things. But when I get done, I'm going to have a nice clean Frigidator. And like I said, I might drink myself one of them adult beverages I pulled out of here earlier. Oh, and I might just have Papa Jim take me to dinner when I'm done, because I'm exhausted already. I'm whooped. Let's get the underneath side of this glass here. And, you know, the other thing is, too, is how do these people who do these videos, how do they set their cameras up to make it a favorable experience for everybody? This is difficult, finding a good place. Now, I don't know if maybe I should, in a little bit here, put my laptop inside the fridge. And then I can talk to you face to face while I'm putting my stuff in. I don't know. What do you think? All right, I'm going for it, guys. I'm going to see if I can get that in there. Oh, God, I can't reach. Oh. I'm telling you, the struggle is so real. It isn't even funny. Did I get it? And then this will just kind of, Mary there. Woo! I got it. I got it. Now then, I got room. Do I have room? Oh, come on. Really? I do have room for one more of these. Where did it go? I was hoping to put two side by side there, but I got that one there, got that one there. And now, can I turn this one sideways? I can. Look at that. I've got, well, but it won't slide back where that water purifier is. So I might get a smaller bin to put behind this to just hold medicinals or something I don't use that often. And then have two bins here. I'll get my label maker out and I'll clean those up. So I'll keep all of my coffee creamers and dairy things. I'll keep those right here. Now then, I got to go get another shelf and make sure I leave myself enough room for one bin here and one bin up here. So I'm going to go grab another shelf and I'll get that one put in. So if you're still with me, I appreciate you hanging out. I really am feeling like I'm about ready to die. Let me grab another shelf. All right. I got one right here. Put a little bit of squirty on it. Give her a quick wipe down. Oh, I lost my light. Had the fridge open too long. Just going to go on strike. I hope this is the correct one. I hope this one goes next. It's got this lip on it that I didn't notice the other ones having. So, let's just go right. There. That slides right there. And I've got room for one of each there. Boy, I managed to get it just in the right spot and I didn't even plan on it. Look at that. So I see I've lost Mountain Grandma. Looks like she's moved on. I appreciate her spending some time with me. I know she's got a lot on her plate. She is a busy, busy lady. So I appreciate her stopping in for the bit that she was here. Hey, let's see. I need to get the underneath side of this glass. I think I'm still going to have the problem I had before, though, is I'm so short. I can't reach everything. That's my problem. But this will go here. Now, can I get two back to back on here? Maybe not have to worry about one on the side. Let's see. Just like that. I can put two bins right there. And maybe I can just do a bunch of tall bins here. Oh my goodness. And I can put my egg containers right here. I don't know if I can get two of them on there though. I do want to stack two egg containers. Maybe I'll do my two egg containers here. Let me grab the first one. If I can reach and get it over all of these groceries that are on the kitchen island. So here's my pretty new little egg container. And I might be able to stack two of them right there. And then at least two, maybe three, I don't know, two of those there. Let me get that other egg container. Now, like I said, I'm going to do one for fresh eggs, one for hard-boiled eggs. Looky right there. I can put both of those right there. One, two, and can I put something sideways there? No. I don't think I can get three, but I can get two things there. I might have a smaller container I can put right there. But I got two containers there. It's starting to come together. It is starting to come together. Now my problem is I've got one more shelf to put in and I have no way to do anything with these. Unless I'll move my eggs, put one there. This is like a game of, I don't know what it is. That fits there. I really wanted two to fit there, but that's not going to work there. If I put my other shelf here and I flip this up, but I don't want to. What am I going to? I'll have to put these on the door. I'm going to have to put them on the door. Nice bins. You know what? I got to tell you, Mountain Grandma. I thought that said nice buns. I was going to say thank you. I've been working hard. I've been going to the gym and I've been working hard. I thought you told me I had nice buns. I was going to accept that as the best compliment. But I see now without my glasses, I got close enough. It says nice bins. They are nice bins. They really are nice bins. I'm not going to flip this up. I'm going to put my eggs back over here. I'm going to do 2 rows of eggs right here. 1 row is going to be fresh. 1 row is going to be hard boiled. And I think anything tall that goes in a container is going to have to go on the door. I think that's what's going to have to happen, is it's going to have to go on the door. Let me go get one more. Let me go get the next shelf to put right here. They're going to have to go on the door. And maybe that's the better solution, is to put those types of things on the door in the first place. Maybe that's what I just need to do. All right, I'm going to wash the underside of this one first before I even get it in place. And then I'll wash the top of it off. Because that's some hard reaching to get the underneath side of these glass components here. All right, here we go. One more. Can she do it? Oh, come on. Why won't it work? Oh, God, help me. All right, something's wrong. Okay. Why is this not working? Why is this not working? Does this one need to go over here? I'm telling you, why do they? A man designed this. A man designed this mess. This one fits. It's got a groove to go around these gray things here. That one goes around the gray thing. Why won't this go around that gray thing? Do I have to push it? Oh, Lord, help me. You know what it is? Jiminy Christmas. It's got to go over here. It's got to. They're going to take away that space from me unless I just leave it out. I recall this was all open before. This had 2 shelves that are unusable to me because I can't get anything in there. This will not fit unless, hang on, I'm going to say unless, is there a way to move? Oh, ha, ha, ha. Look what I discovered. I am a genius. Okay, let's try it again. I slid that grid over. Now can I get it to fit? Now will it go? No. Why? Why will this not fit? Tell you, I'm about ready to have a heart attack, girls. Wait. Ta-da! Victory. Victory. There is victory in my Frigidator. There's victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, girls, that was a struggle. I am so exhausted. Just getting Now see, I can't reach back here. I've got bad shoulders. And it hurts. But I can get at least one bin here. I cannot get two of these. I can put one this way. So I can get 3 bins this way. I can get 1, 2, 3 bins here. 2 bins here. And I bet you I can get 4 bins all the way across here. Look at that. And I'm going to be able to label these now and figure out the best way to categorize everything in my fridge. All right. I'm going to turn the camera around, talk to you for a little bit. I'm going to go get the rest of my bins, my goof off here, and a clean towel. I'm going to close my fridge and let it catch up. And see, I'm going to have to work these bins here so that, oh, look, that fits just right there. But I'm going to have to clean those out. I'm telling you guys, I'm exhausted. I have worked up a sweat. I know my face is going to be red when I come around on the other side. I'll be right there. Hang on. Hang on. All right, there's that. I'm walking by. Let me go get the bins. Oh, Lordy. So how is everybody else's day going? I'm sharing with you the heartache of my day. Just trying to get my fridge put together. I've cut my hair so short I can't tuck it behind my ears anymore. But how is your day going? Grandma, Mountain Grandma, Macy, if you're still here, I got one person in here with me, and that's okay. How's your day? What did you do today? Are you getting ready for Christmas? Let's chit chat while I take the labels off of these beautiful bins. Let me show you these bins up close because Mountain Grandma, you said they were nice. They're Sterilite. They're nice and sturdy. They've got handles, and I like that they've got this dip down in the front so that I can just reach in and get what I need. It kind of gives you just a little bit more of that grabbing space. Get that light out of your eyes. There we go. Oh, this was not intentional product placement. Look at that. Here's my coffee mug, my Country Mama Musings coffee mug. I didn't do that on purpose. Oh, I'm telling you, I need a drink. I need some iced tea or something. I'm absolutely exhausted. And of course, now this one, it's not going to come off nice either. I like these bins. I think they're going to be really good for this fridge. But the labels are a pain in the tuchus. Speaking of tuchus, I'll tell you a story while I'm peeling off these labels. I don't know if anybody got to see my latest Vlogmas video. If you haven't, I'll see if I can remember to put the link down in the description box below. But hubby and I took a day trip this last weekend, and it was 22 degrees outside with the wind chill factor of 12. And I put a pair of like thermal leggings on, and then I put my jeans. Now, okay, let me back up. Full disclosure. I put my undies on. Then I put the leggings on. Then I put my fat pants on. I wore my jeans, my Levi's, my denims that are too big for me now because I've lost some weight. And I thought that way that cold denim won't be right up against my legs, right? I don't know if I think I'm a goose or what, but that I'd have a little insulation layer, so maybe I'd stay warm. I don't know. But Papa Jim and I did a day date on Sunday. And what I like to do with our little day dates is sometimes when we just don't know what we want to do, we're just kind of at a loss. What are we going to do today? I don't know. We will hop in the truck and we'll bring a coin with us. And when we get to the driveway, we flip the coin. And if it's heads, we go one direction. If it's tails, we go the other direction. And we drive. And sometimes we'll say, okay, we're going to flip the coin 20 times today. And what we do is then we get to the next intersection that has a stop sign. And when we stop, we flip. And it'll tell us whether we turn right or left. And, you know, the last time we had a full-on game of this, we ended up at a golf course that we would have never gone to. We ended up at the restaurant at a golf course. And we had a really nice lunch just overlooking the grass and the golfers. And it was really, really nice. And we never would have gone there. So I like that playing this little game of turn right, turn left works really well for us. Well, Sunday, since we were going to have inclement weather and we didn't want to be on the little roads, we decided we're just going to do the interstate. So we got to the interstate. And when we got to the interstate, we flipped right or left. We were either going to head up to Minnesota or we were going to head down to the Iowa State Capitol area. So we ended up going down to the Capitol. We went to breakfast. If you've not seen the video, you've got to go see the video and see the size of the cinnamon roll that we got for breakfast. It was ginormous. I mean, even Papa Jim was a little bit blasphemous when he saw it coming to the table. He spake the Lord's name in vain. And we didn't eat it all in one sitting. We brought it home and we've had dinner with it. And we've got enough for another meal. Huge cinnamon roll. Anyways, we had a lovely, lovely breakfast. And then we went down to the state capitol. Now, the state capitol building was closed because it was a Sunday. But we got to walk around the grounds. And they have all of these beautiful memorials and tributes and everything to our war veterans all the way back to the Revolutionary War. Now, somebody's going to say in the chat, Iowa wasn't even a state during the Revolutionary War, and you would be absolutely 100% correct. But the monument is to the soldiers who fought in the Revolutionary War, who eventually made their way to Iowa and then died here. So it's for them. But we went to all of these little memorials, and they have cannons, and we were reading all of the plaques and everything. Well, as we're walking, now, if you've ever worn pantyhose that don't quite fit right, you'll get this. As we're walking, the thermal pants that I put on over my undies, but under my pants, they start to roll. And they start rolling down over my hips, from my waist down over my hips. And then they roll as far as they can go. They can't roll any further because the crotch of my jeans are holding them in place, but they've rolled completely down. My tuchus is cold because now I've got denim on bare skin. And yes, I said bare skin because as the little flannel pants rolled, they grabbed my undies and rolled them with it. So I have bare butt cheeks with the element of the cold wind blowing that denim cold and then up against my butt. So it's cold. And plus it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to walk when you've got rolled up leggings all the way down to your crotch. So I keep complaining to him. Now on top of that, I'm wearing my fat pants. Okay. Like I said, they are size 24, 26. And I am now after, 4 months of exercising and diet, I am down to a 16, 18. So they're really baggy on me. So as I'm walking, they're falling down and I'm sagging, like my butt's hanging out. And I told my husband, I said, I got to do something with these pants. Now we have walked from where we parked at the very, very end of the state capitol. We've walked through all of these gardens and up steps and more gardens and monuments and steps. We're at the steps of the Capitol here, and it's closed, so there's nobody behind us, but there are other people down here in the gardens and looking at the monuments and stuff down here. He says turn around so that your back is to the Capitol because nobody's in there. He goes, I'll stand in front of you and I'll block you so nobody behind or in front of you sees. So he stands in front of me and he's opening his coat like a flasher. And I'm standing there behind him. And I reach down with both hands into my fat pants on each side of my butt. And remember, my butt's falling out. And I start grabbing those leggings with my undies, and I'm trying to unroll them while I'm pulling them up to get them up past my butt cheeks, past my hips, back up to my waist. And while I'm wriggling, he says, "There's a car behind you." And I thought he was teasing because I'm right there at the Capitol. What do you mean there's a car behind me? I was like, ha ha. He's like, "No, there's a car behind you." I turn around and I did not know. And of course, Papa Jim didn't know, or else he would have said something way back. Maybe he did know. I don't know. Right at the very beginning steps of the Capitol, there's a circular driveway. We're probably where they drive up for dignitaries to get out, all that stuff. Somebody drove up on that driveway. There were about 5 or 6 people in a car. It was a minivan. I turn around, hands down my pants, butt cheeks hanging out, wriggling, trying to get my little flannel pants to come back up. "Oh, you're cleaning your fridge this week? Oh, good, Mountain Grandma. I'm glad I motivated you. That means I did something right today. If you get the chance, see about getting some of these little bins. I'll let you know how this works for storing all my stuff." Now, see, like one of these bins, let me finish my story real quick. So I look at them and they're all gawking out the window at this fat lady with her hands down her pants, wriggling with her butt cheeks hanging out, and a man standing in front of her with his jacket open like a flasher. I really am surprised that the police did not show up. How did the police not show up? I don't know. Oh my goodness. It was quite the day. But we really did enjoy it. And so we walked and walked and walked. We really enjoyed everything we saw. And he's asking me while we're walking, he says, "Are you making sure that your arm that has the Fitbit on it, is it swinging so that you can get proper count for your steps?" And I've got a coat on. "Oh, yeah, I'm swinging the correct arm." We get all done with our walk, and we've walked a lot. And I pull the sleeve up on my coat. My Fitbit's not there. It was here on the laptop. It was charging on the laptop. Didn't even have it. All that walking, and it didn't count towards some of my things that I'm doing. I'm actually in a couple of, I just finished my second walking challenge. I've started a third walking challenge. My first walking challenge was a 100-mile walking challenge. My second one, because the medal was so cute and I had to have it, that was about a 15-mile walking challenge. And then this next one I'm doing, oh my gosh, are you guys ready? Look, it all came off in one piece. It's another 100-mile walking challenge. So all that walking I did, I have no proof that I did it because you have to send in proof via your Apple Watch or your Fitbit. And there's nothing there to prove that I even did it. My boy, he's out there ripping it up on that motorcycle. He loves it, gives him such joy, makes me happy. As long as he's safe, but Mama's going to have to go out and beat him with a broom because I don't see a helmet on his noggin. Okay, so one thing I'm planning on doing with this, once I get these in here, the thinner ones, I think the thinner ones would work really great for all of my salad dressings to just line up nice and neat and then label it salad dressings. And that way I can just pull it forward, grab the salad dressing I want, and then slide it back in. This one I'm thinking is going to work perfect. I'm going to be able to put 2 or 3 in. Perfect for like mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, the condiments, pickles, relish, olives. I think that's what's going to go in these. And then I think another one would be really good for sour cream, cottage cheese, whipped cream cheese, all of those types of things. I think that's what's going to go in these. And that way, if I'm going to go to the store and I need to think to myself, do I need any of that whipped cream cheese that I love so much? I can just find the one that says dairy, pull it forward, check to see if I have any whipped cream cheese. If I do, I don't buy any more. If I'm lacking, I can buy it, come home and just pop it right in the bin. I think it's going to work really, really well. Let's see. I have peeled the stickers off of 4 of these. I wasn't going to peel them all off in case I didn't have enough room for all of them and I could take them back. I'm wondering if I'll use them somewhere, but I'm not going to take, I got one more in here. I'm not going to take the label off of that one. Let me go get my thinner ones and we will grab like a salad dressing and see how that fits in there. So Mountain Grandma, let me know. Do you have a Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Family Dollar, Dollar Family, what do you call it? Do you have anything like that in your area where you can look for these bins? And do you think when you clean out your fridge, will you do something like this? Let me know. While you put that in the chat, I'm going to go grab the thinner bins, and then I'm going to grab a couple of the salad dressings and see how they fit in there. I'll be right back. I'm moving slow. I'm hurting. I worked out today. Let me grab it. I think I'm hobbling like this because at the gym today, I got a wild hair up my nose. And I thought, you have a Dollar General here, and she'll look for those. Okay, great. These, I did get these. Now, I know Dollar General will have some really nice ones. These were from Family Tree and Dollar Tree. That's where these came from. Let me grab a couple of these salad dressings, and I'm going to line them up here on the counter and see how they look like they're going to go in. I've got 3 of them handy. My entire kitchen island is covered in groceries I pulled out of this fridge. The entire island, the counter on the other side, and 2 laundry baskets are full of food. So I have to organize this and determine what goes to the piggies, what goes to the trash, and what goes back in the fridge. So these are the other bins that I've got. And we'll take one of these labels off while we're chit-chatting. And then we'll see how the salad dressings are going to fit in this one. I'm really hoping. Oh, am I going to get it in one? Am I going to get it in one pull? Hold your breath. Ta-da! Got it in one pull. Oh, that's nice. I love it when that happens. I'm still going to put a little bit of goof off on it, though, and get all of the little residual stickies off of it. All right. I like that. I can't wait to get my label maker out and label this. Now, I don't know. Let me know, Mountain Grandma, because it's been a while since I've been on StreamYard. Am I going to be able to go past 2 hours on this? I'm at an hour and a half now. Am I going to be able to go past 2 hours as long as I just keep recording? Or am I going to have to finish and then come back and start over again? Please let me know in the comments. So here I've got, let me bring this down. Let me bring this down. You guys have got to see how perfect this is going to be. So here's this container. Here is my favorite blue cheese dressing. I thought it was going to be too wide. Fits in there perfectly. A little Thousand Island fits in there perfectly. Another kind of blue cheese fits in there perfectly. I'm going to be able to put several of my salad dressings in here, stick it in the fridge, and then pull them in and out and get what I need when I need it. I love this. They will all stay together. I don't have to worry about having salad dressing in 6 different locations because that is really what happens all the time. I'm not sure you've never gone before 2 hours before. Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess if my timer stops, that will let me know. If it just keeps going, I'll just keep talking. And I'll just go from there. So let me take a few more of these labels off. So Mountain Grandma, are you ready? Oh, this one's not going to come off as easy, darn it. Are you ready for Christmas? Are you going to be spending Christmas with family or out abroad? What are you going to be doing for Christmas? I think Papa Jim and I are just going to be homebodies this holiday season. We have not had a really heavy snowfall yet. Knock on wood. I love the snow. I do love the snow. But we haven't had a real big snowfall yet. And I know my son who's out there with his motorcycle. He says, I want to get my motorcycle fixed today because I want to go riding tomorrow because it's supposed to be 58 degrees in Iowa tomorrow. 58. Okay. Matt and Grandma says, I am sort of ready, but more to do. We'll be home and spending it with our kids that moved here with you. Oh, how wonderful. That is so wonderful that you've got your kids there with you. I've got two that are still 1,700 miles away, but I know deep in my heart they will never come here to Iowa. I might be able to get them to visit once every 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I've been here 10 years. Each boy's only come out once. But they have obligations. They have families. They have jobs. I get it. But, that's part of the reason why I'm working so hard to lose weight. Because is this going to come off and what is this sticker going to come off? How many people love to just watch stickers being peeled? I bet you there's people out there that are just like tune in just to watch stickers being peeled to see if I can get it off in one fail swoop. Hold your breath. It's almost there. Ta-da! It makes me happy. Small minds amuse easily, right? Anyways, I like that my boys come out, but I want to go out and see them again. I went out in May because my grandson graduated high school. And this fat country mama, needed the seatbelt extender for her fat butt on that plane. Both planes out, both planes back. I needed to have the seatbelt extender because, like I said, those pants that I wore to the Capitol on Sunday, they're size 24, 26. This summer, I could not wear them. They were too tight. I wore fat lady dresses. I wore circus tents all summer because I couldn't fit in my pants. So the first month that I started exercising, I started being able to squeeze into those pants again. And now I'm to the point to where when I go walking, they're quite literally falling off. So I have to give credit to the stewardesses, the flight attendants. When I was flying on those planes, they were very discreet. Nobody shamed me that I had to have a seatbelt extender. But my goal is to plan a visit with my boys and go out and see them again and not need the seatbelt extender. That will be a big, huge victory for me to not have to have that. I'm peeling another one. Is it going to come off without breaking apart? The other thing is while I was visiting, I have to wear a CPAP. Not only do I have asthma, but I have the sleep apnea. And because of the chemotherapy and all of the bouts of pneumonia I had because of the chemotherapy, I have the bottom nodes of each lung are scar tissue. So I really truly only have like 1.5 lungs. So I wear a CPAP to go to bed at night to help me breathe. I stop breathing a lot when I sleep and my oxygen levels go extremely low. A friend of mine who is a paramedic said we intubate people that are that low. So I have to have that CPAP. Now, I don't anticipate getting off of the CPAP even if I lose all of this weight. But I learned from one son when I was visiting this last year. I learned that they were coming into the room at nighttime and standing over me and watching me to make sure I was breathing. And I'm going to sneeze. That goof off smells like, or Goo Gone or whatever it is, it's oranges, so it makes you sneeze. I can do it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all of my cheerleaders. It's one reason why I cut all my hair off. I mean, I used to have all of that curly fun hair. Well, I would curl it to go work out and walk. I walked 109.41 miles in the month of September, just going out and hiking and walking. But if I curled my hair, if I did something with my hair, it would just hang in my face. It was in my face. It looked awful. It was sweaty. It was ugly. And I just looked and felt horrible. And so I went into the hairdresser one day and I said, cut it off. She goes, I don't want it to go too short. I said, I've been bald. because I've had cancer. I've been bald. There's nothing you can do that's going to upset me. So she cut it really short. And that was probably 6 weeks ago. You can see it's grown out here at the nape of my neck. And I need to decide what I'm going to do with it next. I'm having to change some things up related to food and exercise and all of that stuff too. It's hard. It is hard. It really is hard. And that's why one of the rules for me putting my refrigerator back together, when I get all the food back in there, if I have not utilized something in 6 months, it goes. If it's something that is not good for my eating plan, it goes. So for instance, one of the things that can go in with these salad dressings is I've got my barbecue sauce sitting right here. It's no sugar. Because in addition to the cancer, I've been diagnosed as diabetic. So, I mean, another reason for me to take this weight off. So if I can do it, Mountain Grandma, you can do it. We will cheerlead each other on, and we will be successful in our endeavors. So whatever goal you set for yourself, just know I'm in your corner. I'm gonna take the last sticker off of this one because I'm sure I'll find a use for it somewhere. That, and I just love to peel the sticker. So I want it to be where when I go out and visit my boys, I was out there, when I was out there this last visit, I had something to eat and I could tell my blood sugar was high. So I told my one son, I'm just going to go walk the street up and down and try to get my blood sugar to come down a little bit. And he wouldn't let me walk by myself. And so he walked with me. Well, I'll tell you what, I bet you I can outwalk him now because I've got my stamina up. It's not back. It's not back. I don't want, I'm sorry that I misled. I didn't mean to mislead you on that. The cancer is not back, but there's no cure. So I don't get to use the term. I have to be careful, I guess is what I'm saying. I shouldn't be overweight. I shouldn't be lazy. I shouldn't be doing all these things I've allowed myself to do, being that I've had a cancer diagnosis. Because for ovarian cancer, I don't get to use the term remission. I don't get to use the term cured. You may hear people use those terms, but it's not entirely 100% accurate. There's not a cure for ovarian cancer. I get to use the term NED, which is no evidence of disease. That means when I go in for my yearly CAT scan and they look at everything, they don't see anything happening. It's behaving itself. However, when I had my initial surgery and they removed the 23-pound tumor that was in my belly also had 2 liters of black fluid in it that was full of the cancer cells. And those cancer cells were picked up by my bloodstream and my lymph node system, and they were carried throughout my entire body. So the question is did the chemotherapy kill every last single cancer cell? Well, chances are probably not. It's just behaving itself. It's tucked away somewhere, taking a nap. Someday it might decide to rear its ugly head again, and I have to be prepared. And I have to be honest with you. It's kind of one reason. I know it sounds like a terrible excuse, but it really was the way my brain worked for a long, long time. Was I lost so much weight when I was going through chemotherapy that when I was done with my treatments and I would go for a follow-up with my oncologist, I would go for my appointment and she'd say, you gained 7 pounds. And I'm like, this is the first time I've ever had a doctor be excited that I gained weight. It's completely reverse of what any of us are used to. And she said, I'm glad that you are gaining weight back on, because if you have a recurrence, if the cancer comes back, which it's amazing how often it does. I mean, out of the hundreds of women that I have befriended on Facebook support groups over the last 8 years, I only have 3 friends remaining. The rest have had the cancer come back and they're gone. So the chances of it coming back are so high that she said, if it comes back and you have to do more chemotherapy, you can't afford to lose the amount of weight you lost last time. You'll be way too sick, and we don't know if you'll recover from that. So it's good that you're putting weight back on. And for me, that was like full permission to get as fat as I want, with the excuse in the back of my head that if I ever have to do chemo again, I can lose 50 to 70 pounds and not worry about it. It's a terrible excuse, but it was one that I did for a long time. So, but now I'm 8 years out. I don't know how much time I have left, but I want it to be where if I go see my boys, I don't have to have those stupid seatbelt extenders. And I don't want my sugars to be up. I have a dear friend who watches my channel quite regularly, and she's just had to have surgery. She's a diabetic, and unfortunately, she's lost part of her foot. And that's motivating me. I need to make sure that does not happen to me. My son's mother-in-law passed away this last summer. And for quite some time now, this is not the son that watched me, I could see where you'd go that way with that info. Yeah. Like, you're applauding me for gaining weight? Absolutely. Give me another cinnamon roll. My son's mother-in-law, she's been heavy ever since I've known her. And it got worse and it got worse and it got worse. And she wasn't that much older than me. And she started falling. And she couldn't get back up. And her husband, very frail older man, I think he's 80, he couldn't help her get back up. And there would be times that she would fall, and they would call my son and my daughter-in-law over to help her get back up, and my son would help her. Well, the more weight she put on, it got to where he couldn't help her anymore. And so when she would fall, they wouldn't call for him to help anymore. She would stay on the floor for two or three days until they'd finally call an ambulance, and a bariatric lift would have to be done to get her up off the floor. And I remember listening to my son tell me this and the frustration he would express, not in a bad way. It's not that he was frustrated with her. He was frustrated with the situation and that she had allowed herself to let that happen. You're so funny. And true, Alicia, that diabetes is scary. It is scary. It is. And I'm trying to do what I can to get back on track here. And my diabetes is not just caused from the bad diet and the genetics, but they told me when I started chemo, I would probably end up with diabetes as a result of the chemo. So I knew it was coming. And I still ate like a pig. But anyways, it got to where they were having to have the paramedics come all the time to help her. And my son would express the frustration, like I said, out of genuine care. I mean, it made him sad. Well, they got a call, I think it was in June or July, from the dad saying, can you take me over to the hospital? Mom's been taken to the hospital by ambulance. And she's been in before. And they usually, when they visit her, she's, bossing the nurses around, and she can't wait to get home and get me out of here. And so they got to the hospital, and when they asked, to be taken to her room, they said, oh, she's been taken up to ICU. Oh, they didn't realize it was that serious. So they go up to ICU and they're put in a family waiting room. And they've been there a long time. And the dad says, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. And both my son and daughter-in-law are saying, no, they're really busy. They're getting everything situated. When they're ready, they'll bring us back. And finally, somebody came and got them all cheery. Okay, we're ready to take you back. And when they got to the double door where they have to let you in, my son saw that it said, 2 family members only. And he said, oh, two only, I'll stay in the waiting room. And they're like, no, it's okay. You can come. He's like, all right. So they walk a little bit. The nurse goes, she's right in here. And she just pointed to the curtain for them to go into that room there. And they go in and she's on a ventilator. And they're like, oh, wow, this is much more serious than what we thought. So my daughter-in-law steps out of the room to call the other siblings and say, hey, mom's on a ventilator. This is serious. The husband has gone around to the side of the bed and he's kissing her on her forehead and telling her he's there. And it's okay. He's there now. And he's holding her hand and kissing her forehead. And my son's looking at her. And her eyes are partway open and they're glazed over. And in his mind, he's like, oh, crap. I think she's gone. But he doesn't know what to do or what to say. He can't say anything to the little old man who's kissing her on the forehead. So my daughter-in-law comes back in and he goes, I think she's gone. And my daughter-in-law looks at her and she's like, oh my God. She goes back out to the nurse's station and she says, what's going on with my mother? And they said, well, we did everything we could. And she goes, are you telling me that she's gone? Well, yeah. Nobody told them. Nobody told them. And my son had to go back and tell that poor little old man that is kissing his wife's forehead and telling her he's there, that she's gone. And when they are relaying this story to me, I was just bawling. Now, she and I did not see eye to eye on things. We were not the best of friends. But I was bawling my eyes out because nobody deserves to go like that. And I remembered every step that took her there to that position. And I said, I will be damned if I'm going to allow myself to do that. So it must have been in July because I told myself August 1st, that's it. The very last day in July, I went out for an ice cream. I had a cinnamon roll and I had pizza. And on August 1st, I got serious because I can't do that to my kids and I can't do that to my husband and I can't do that to myself and my grandbabies. So I'm taking this journey now to try to get healthy again. So after you telling me that I'm funny, I just took you down that dark, scary, sad little road. But that's what's really inspired me. And I've put some before and after videos up, like on my monthly challenges that I'm doing. I tell you what, the weight doesn't come off like it came off in my 20s and 30s. It's much harder this time. But from a 24-26 to a 16-18, those are stretchy pants, by the way. You know those denim jeans that got a little give in them? I don't think I could get in a 16-18 in like a full-on Levi. But that's only 20 pounds. 20 pounds plus. I've not weighed myself in about 6 weeks. And then 20 inches plus. And I'm in the middle of a 75-day challenge right now. So once those 75 days are up, then I will do the measurements. I'll do the final weigh in and see. But I mean, I know, even though I'm still a tubby, chubby mama, it's getting better. So, and of course, it's even more noticeable now with me cutting all of my hair off because it's still got these little chipmunk cheeks and this lovely proper double chin. All right. I've taken off all of the stickies for my bins. I'm going to go back around. I've enjoyed chatting with you, by the way. Thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me. I'm going to go back around my kitchen island. I'll pull the computer back around, and I'm going to start figuring out how many bins I can get into my refrigerator and start putting the food back away. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. All right, I'm going to walk around. See, look, I'm getting skinnier. It's still fat, but look, there's less of me. But I'm hobbling because I did the rowing machine today, and I'm feeling it. Oh, am I feeling it? I'm shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Ouch. Okay. Let's move the computer back. Hi, everybody. Let's get my bins situated over here. Got a big old stack of bins. And let's get this Frigidator open. Oh, scared myself. And let's see what we've got. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? Look look how pretty it is. It's all nice and clean. I haven't done my doors yet. I'll do those later. But you know what? I love it. If you would have seen the before, oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to put here. I'm going to have to find a little tray or something that will just slide right in here. But let's see what I can put here on this bottom shelf. I'm going to put the computer back where you've got a better angle. There we go. And let's see how many of these bins we can get here on the bottom. Looks like I'm going to be able to get 5. Oh, no. I've got these things here that prevent that. So if I can get another little tray to put right here and a little tray to go right here that match, I think that will work. But I can put it up here. Now my problem is, remember how I wanted to use these for salad dressings? What if I don't have the height for the bottle? Aha, I don't have the height for the bottles. But that's okay. I can put other things in here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to let it stress me out. I'm going to put 2 here. Maybe put this one here. I've got a bin that I'm going to put in this slidey drawer here. Now, I don't know. Nope, see, they're too tall to go there too. Are they too tall to fit in here as well? Yep, they're too tall. So now my salad dressings aren't going to fit the way I wanted them to. Shucky darns. The only way it's going to work is if I move an egg over here. I tell you, this is like a game. Put this one down under here. And flip this up like that. And then put all my salad dressings there. But I don't know if I want to do that. Do I want to waste that much space just for salad dressings? Or do I put them in the door? They're going to go in the door. That's just going to have to be the way that is. My salad dressings are going to go in the door. But I've got plenty of room for what I've got started so far. I'm happy with this. I'm going to be okay with this. So I've got my bins here. And I've got a bin that I'm going to put in here. And when all is said and done, the way things are right now, I have 2 bins left over. 2 bins. Now, if I wanted to, I can take these 2 bins out and do back-to-back bins here. I think I'm going to get more use out of doing it this way. And doesn't that look nice? I got something on here. Get off of there. Doesn't it look nice to have the wider bins catty corner? And then the taller bins kind of catty corner. I'll find something to put here. And then I will do something with these bins in a bit. I really, truly wish I could get one more to fit up in here. But the only way I can do that is if I take this down. Look at me. I'm still configuring this and this down. Ha, ha, ha. Look at that. And then I could put one more up here. And then I've still got one there. Now then, can I get both eggs right here? That is the question. You guys still with me? Do I still have my friends with me? If I move this over, can I get 2 egg bins right here in the middle? Oh, no, I can't. I sure can't. If I push this over to here, though, oh, look, 1 egg, 2 eggs. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look nice. All right, I'm going to grab one of my rags, and I'm going to get the very first thing that's going to go in to my bins. And that is going to be a tub of sour cream. I'm going to look at it and make sure that it's okay. Is it okay? My phone, my fridge will stop beeping in a second here. Okay, this sour cream is good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually label this bin right here. Dairy. Put my sour cream right there. So I know how many sour creams I have. Another sour cream, not even opened yet. Is it any good? I mean, it's not even open. Let's look at the date. Yep, I still got time on this one. So I can take this one and I can pop it in there. Now I've got my sour creams all in one spot. And what should I put with sour cream? I think I should put my whipped cream cheese. So here I have my whipped cream cheese spread. Now, Mountain Grandma, did you hear earlier that I pulled out a bunch of tubs of these? How many tubs do you think I have of whipped cream cheese? I think I have so many whipped cream cheese that I'm actually going to start their own bin right here. And I will put my cottage cheese in with the sour cream because I have cottage cheese too. So even though Country Mama is a vegetarian, that does not mean that I don't eat cheese. So I'm going to put my cottage cheese in with my sour cream right there. So I've got sour cream, cream cheese, and then I'm going to start my whipped. Because I have even more whipped. And I have even more whipped. Now I need to check this whipped, and I might add it to one of these whips. I might even get more space if I lay them down on their side. I don't know yet. I don't want to get ahead of myself on that. And I don't know how much room I have. Do I have room to stack them too high? I think I might. Do I? Look at that, I do. I can do too high. Woohoo! All right. Next, I have got cottage cheese, and we know that that's going to go right up here in the cottage cheese bin, just like that. And just like the guy in Sleeping with the Enemy, I got to switch that around to the front there. And here I've got another whipped cream cheese. And again, I need to face it to the front so I know what I'm dealing with when I put my Frigidator together, my Jenga puzzle. There we go. That's 4 so far, Mountain Grandma. I told you I had a lot of them. Okay. In some of my taller bins, I think it's only appropriate that I use one of these for all of my yogurts. So I'm going to put my yogurts and stack them. Now, if I stack, nope, can't stack them side by side, but I can stack them one right on top of the other. Let me grab a couple more because I do love my yogurts. They're something that I can have on my eating plan. And I'll tell you what, they were scattered all over the fridge. I didn't know what I had. I didn't know what flavors I had. But I can put those in there And I can add to them, since they're a nice little snack, I can add my sugar-free Jellos. I've got room for those right there. And I will get my labeler in a bit, and I'll just label that these are going to be my yogurts and my Jellos. I'm loving this. Are you loving this? I'm going to keep your live running. Oh, you have to go. Oh, shoot, I have to run, but it has been so nice chatting with you. And you have motivated me watching you organize and clean your fridge. Thank you so much, Mountain Grandma, for being here with me. I appreciate it. A good angle. Oh, and you're going to be quiet because you got work stuff. But yeah, I know you're leaving. I appreciate you being here. And maybe somebody else will chime in as I'm starting to get things organized here. Okay, next on the list, I've got a little bit more cottage cheese. The cottage cheese is going to go into my cottage cheese bin, my dairy bin, right there. Unfortunately, it just doesn't give me a lot of space, but I can put some more sour cream on this side. All right. This cream cheese, I think my blocks of cream cheese can just go right here with my whipped cream cheese. More whipped cream cheese. My goodness. So much whipped cream cheese. If I turn this on its side, it will just kind of fit right there in between those. And here I've got some feta cheese. I have to decide where to put my feta cheese. I do think I'm going to have a bin strictly for cheeses. Feta cheese, blue cheese, string cheese. I'm just going to use one of these right here for those types of cheeses and put that right back up there like that. All right, it's starting to come together. It's starting to come together. Now here I've got some cream cheese fruit dip. This is no good anymore. This is going to go in the trash. So down it goes. But I do have another yogurt here, so I'm going to put another yogurt in with our yogurts. Now how high? Can I go 3 high? Nope, can't go 3 high. So do a little space right there and put that yogurt right there. Now, as I'm putting things together, I'm going to have different size jars of things. So here I've got some relish, and I want to put some of my jars of condiments in these taller bins here. So then I can just pull these down when I need them. So I'm just going to slide that back up there. And those are nice and organized. Look at that right there. Oh, let's keep going here. I have 3 open containers of Better Than Bouillon. Now, these always end up in the very back of the fridge, and I can't find them. So I'm going to take this container right here, and I'm going to put some of my smaller jars that I have in this container here. Now, I did give myself the rule that if there's something that I have not used in 6 months, I'm going to toss it. I've got this chili garlic sauce, and I mentioned it earlier. It looks like it's still good. I'm going to put it in there too. Maybe I will do a stir fry or something, and I can pull that out and use that. All right, so this is going to go back right there. So these are nice and handy. Now, I've got some jars that I'm going to have to figure out where they're going to go. I've got some half-gallon jars, and they're just going to have to go on the doors when I get all of this organized. Here I've got a sour cream. So my sour cream can just go right in here with this sour cream. Now I've got another bin behind this one. So I'll be able to put more food back in there. I might take my cream cheese and all of my cottage cheese and sour cream, and I might stack them one behind each other. And all of this can be dairy. I'll have my eggs, my cheeses, and my dairies all in one row right there. Of course, I'll have my yogurts down here, so it's not going to fit entirely. But it's something to consider as I start putting everything together. Now, one thing I wanted to make sure that I had is I want to have one of these. My fridge has shut off, and so the light's gone out. Let me close the doors real quick and get the light back on because we're going to need it. It's getting to be that time of day. There we go. Now we've got light again. Ta-da! I wanted to make sure that I used one of these bins for any types of bread that I have. We're not eating a lot of bread right now with the eating plan that I'm on, but I do allow myself to have English muffins from time to time. So I do have a couple of containers here of, or a couple of packages here of whole grain English muffins. And look at, they'll stack right there. There's one. Here is my second English muffin. I'll put that right there. And I have some of my high protein waffles from Kodiak. Those can slide right there in front. That works well. And then I have some brioche buns, and those fit right there. So look at, all of my breads are contained right there. And then I can just take this and slide it right back up. And I know that all of my breads are right there. So I do like that. I do like how this is coming together. So once I get to where I'm doing my vegetable bins and everything, I'll be able to segregate my cheeses better. What else do I have that I can put in there? Oh, looky here. I have a cheese ball that I made. This would normally have some blue cheese in it, but I made a cheese ball. I can put that cheese ball right here with the blue cheese that I had from earlier. And I have more whipped cream cheese, so it's just going to go in this container right here. It is coming together. Now I do have these snacks. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these snacks yet. I might just start another bin of some different types of high protein snacks and put those in there. I could put the extra yogurts in there as well. I can take my better than bouillons, slide them up here, and then put these snacks that are going to have more yogurts right there next to these. There we go. And then I've got a little space right here too that I can put something right here if I want. Now, one thing I want to make sure is I want to make sure that I put a baking soda in there. So I've already peeled off the back here. And I'm just going to slide this in the very, very back to take care of the refrigerator odors that one tends to get. I've got some more cream cheese. It's going to go right here in this bin. I love how this is working out. If you like how this is working out, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment and let me know how you think this is working. I've got some Parmesan cheese. It's going to go in here with these cheeses. Cheese and rice. I got a hairball. And I got some more Parmesan. See, I mean, they get in here and then they get lost, and I don't know what I have. But that's going to line up right there. I've got those. Now it's just a matter of going through what I've got here on my countertop to decide what's going to go on the door, what's going to go in the bins, and put the rest of my deal together. Now here, I've got some string cheese, and I really think I want to have a separate place for snacks. So I might start putting my string cheese in one of the bins that I have here. I'll do string cheese and some meat sticks in one of the bins. That way my husband knows right where they are so he can reach in there and get a snack when he wants it. I think I've got one more thing that can go up in this container here, and this is some sugar-free jelly that I have, some strawberry preserves. Let's see if I can just pop that in there. That fits perfectly. Look at how nicely my fridge is coming together. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to transfer some eggs over into my egg containers. I'm going to start working on my cheese and get my cheeses in there. And then I'm going to clean up my doors. And I'm going to start putting all of my like coffee creamers and my half and half and things like that in the doors. And then when my husband comes home, I'll have him put this bin back together for me because I can't seem to be getting that in there. So let me back this up a little bit and see if anybody's joining me. Who's in the chat? Is anybody in the chat? I got 2 of you in there. Hi. Hello, everybody. Who's in here with me? I have been decluttering my fridge. It is starting to look beautiful. Don't let this annoy you. It will stop in just a moment. But I had so much food in my fridge. My food was freezing. Oh, look what I found. Another whipped cream cheese. How many does that make? How many whipped cream cheeses did I have hiding in my fridge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 containers of whipped cream cheese. And you may ask, what do I want all that cream cheese for? Let me show you. Let me grab it real quick. Now, because these were crammed in the fridge and they probably got frozen, I'm going to have to see if these are any good for tonight, or I might have to pick up some fresh tomorrow. But this is so delicious. I don't know who's watching with me today, but I'm glad you're here. Be quiet. You take these little sweet peppers that you get in the produce department, cut the fat end off, slice them in half, scoop the seeds out. Then you fill it with the whipped cream cheese, and then you sprinkle it with everything bagel seasoning. It is so delicious. You would not believe just how look. Yeah, see it finally be quiet. It shut up. But these are looking like they're on their last leg. I'm going to either have to eat them today. Like this one is all wrinkly. I'm not going to eat that one. But the other ones I think will be okay. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it in one of our vegetable bins that we've got here. I've got bins. Just to slide that right in. I think what I'll do with the bins that are down in the vegetable drawer is if it's opened, it's going to go in one of the bins. If it's not opened yet, it can just be by itself. It doesn't have to go to bin because I can't get 2 bins to fit in the one drawer. But those can go there. So I have, oh, look what I found. Hang on. What did I find next? Look, you hear it starting to come together. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Here I've got 2 bags of broccoli slaw. I'm going to be making some peel-a-pound soup with these. These can go in the veggie drawer, and they're just going to go right in front because they're not opened yet. And here I've got some celery hearts. These are also very good to put the whipped cream cheese on and then sprinkle it with the Better Than Bagel seasoning. Yum. These can go in that bin with the peppers because I know now that's going to be used as a snack. So those fit in there. I love it when a plan comes together. Everything is coming together so nice. I see tortillas. I've got more bread. I've got lots of cheese to go through yet. And I've got lots of bottles. But, you know, all my bottles and my dairy are going to end up going on the door. So I'm going to have to really pare those down. And it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge to pare all of that down to see what is going to go where. Now I've got a bottom bin yet to put into this fridge because I could not manage to get it in by myself. My husband's going to have to help me navigate that. But in the meantime, I don't know if you can see. I'm going to bring this computer up. Look at how beautiful that fridge is starting to look. It is all organized. I've got some eggs to put in the new little egg containers. I've got a couple of laundry baskets yet of food to go through. And like I said, clean up these doors. And these are going to come together beautifully. I'm really happy with this project. So I see I've got 3 of you in here with me today. I don't know who's visiting with me. If you get the chance, say hello in the chat. I have been working on this fridge for almost 3 hours, 2 hours in this live. And I emptied the fridge even before I went live. But I went to Dollar Tree. I got some of these really great, which way do I lean? This way? These really great containers. Because part of my problem, if you're just now starting to watch, part of my problem is I'm only 5'2". I can't reach these upper levels and the food gets shoved in the back. And then by the time I know there's something back there, it's going bad. So I got the containers. So when I want something, I can just simply grab a container and pull it forward and get what I need out of it. So I'm really loving the way that this is coming together. So I'm going to work on the doors now. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I'm going to call it quits on the live for now. I'm going to do a little bit more for the video that I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to go get my label maker and put some labels on these. And I'm going to start going through my laundry bins, clean these up, and start getting the doors stacked with the food that I'm keeping. So if you've joined me, say hello. Give me a thumbs up if you're new here and you'd like to subscribe. I'd love to have you join me on my channel and see what other kind of stuff I can get myself. I'm telling you, I've worn myself out with this. My back is killing me. But my Frigidator, I never know which way to lean. It looks so much better. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So thank you so much for being here with me. I'm going to sign off, head on over to my channel. In the next couple of days, I will see if I can have the whole video of just the snippets of putting all of this together for you. Until I see you again here on the channel, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a blessed day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I'm going to end the live stream.